Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 of this feisty best-of-3 series. Power Rangers versus Moscow5, the opening round of this single elim, fighting for elimination. Dakota, it's all on the line, man. Moscow5, they gotta win this one if they want to stay in it.
Yeah, they got it. We brought them in for Tinker. They don't want to disappoint. This is a big opportunity. They got to step their game up. Power Rangers, obviously the favorites. They show why they're favorites in game number 1. No fancy tricks, Moscow5. You may be cute with your 4-position Night Stalker and crap, but you gotta stick with it. And this is the meta in a nutshell between both teams. Troll Chen for the side of Power Rangers, Jug, Vengeful Spirit, Moscow5, and they ban out the Bat Riders. So this is a solid start from both teams. Nothing really out there except for the fact that the Chen certainly is a prize grab, especially if you got that kind of special Owie / Ake / Big Daddy kind of a player on your team.
Yes, it certainly is. And I'm thinking, who is their Chen? Is it Seneko that plays their Chen, or is it J4? I've forgotten already. They have a good Chen player, though. I just don't know which it is. Apparently, Exclamation Man is somebody under the name of Pikachu. It's definitely a stand-in. They've been playing consistently with a stand-in, but was it they tweeted something about 4+ Pikachu?
Oh, I meant maybe their Chen player is one of their new stand-ins. Like, they get a stand-in.
Like
He's like, I'm a good Chen player. You want to get Chen?
I see. Now I'm catching
Probably
what you're
not.
throwing.
I know, yeah, because of that tweet. I wish more teams did that, you know, right before their match, especially if they have a stand-in or a swap-up. They're like, today our team's roster will be blah, 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 blah. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be, that's like a dream come true right there. That would solve the
problems of, like, all this alias and no-ticket player name. I think that's something that teams should consider. Anyways, props then to the Power Rangers Twitter guy for doing it for us, and props to the guy who sent me the memo as far as who's actually playing. So, yeah, it's Pikachu, and I already forgot the other one now as I give him props.
QW? Roger?
No, our roster for today is 4+ Pikachu. So
I have no
only
idea
Pikachu's a stand-in.
Okay, I have no idea who Pikachu is, but wow, these teams are drafting fast, fast, fast. Lots of reserve time still to spare. They really know what they want. Moscow5 grabs Sniper and the Brood Mother now. Seems like it could be a pretty good game for the Brood. Not a lot of just AoE clear in general. None of the hard counters are picked up. Quap works pretty well. Axe, your LC, all very good heroes for clearing out the Spiderlings. So, could be possible, though. Spirit Breaker, I think, is a good hero to try and deal with Brood. You charge her from across the map. It's basically like a free gem. And almost better than a gem in some ways, because you get that vision of her as she moves around over cliffs and stuff. It's pretty damn good, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely good from afar, so she can't just easily escape. It's going to prevent her from getting that free roam. But as far as dealing with the push and dealing with the clear, I don't know how good Spirit Breaker would be there. I don't know how Power Rangers want to set up this Spirit Breaker, if they're just going to put him in the off lane, which seems to be more the standard, or if they're going to toy with the 4-position Spirit Breaker at all. And by seeing this Broodmother, they could get a different off laner that could suit possibly better. The Bristle, the Timber, that Legion Commander you were talking about. I'm just curious how much they're putting into maybe countering this Brood at all.
Yeah, a lot of those counters, I think, are kind of bait in terms of, yeah, great, now we have an LC, but did you really want an LC in your lineup? And that's where you don't want to throw away your whole strategy just so you can kill the little baby spiders that come from the belly of the big spider. You know, you still need your team to have some synergy, work well together, and be able to deal with the other heroes on the board. So I have a sneaky suspicion that Power Rangers will not overreact here and kind of stick to their guns. They'll need their next support, so that also limits what they can do in terms of flexibility. But Moscow5, what are they thinking here, Kotlguy? Tree?
They're thinking tree.
Okay, yep. Good call. Wow. PR knew what they wanted right away. They grabbed the Zeus. So some more detection.
Leads you to believe they did want something to detect Brood a little bit. Plus, Arc Lightning is really good against the Spiderlings, so they did kind of get something to help with Brood. But it also does offer plenty of synergy with their team. They got Amplified Magic Burst already with Lion. Of course, the detection works well. It's got Global. Spirit Breaker sets something up. Zeus doesn't even have to be there to get involved. He's going to be mid, it looks like, so he gets plenty of XP early on. And you have Global Factor, of course, with the heal from Chen. And Global from Troll. This is a global lineup.
It is a global lineup. Look at you.
Except
like
for
that.
Lion, but
Wow.
they all got a little bit of something to add. That's just pretty funky right there, but
Funky fresh.
really cool. Really, really cool. But let's see here. Looking over more so, though, the Moscow5 kind of get up here. A lot as far as damage from the sniper, but they also do have a jug to farm it up. It's a pretty greedy-ish kind of lineup. Tree's good if you're anticipating maybe some early aggression, and he'll have that benefit of kind of soaking up the extra damage. It's not a dream setup like having a mid lane TA, but Sniper could be under some heavy pressure, especially from like a Chen with an early smoke.
Yeah, the tree does go for early boots. Usually that's a sign that he wants to get that first point in Leech Seed, be a little more aggressive, do that kind of classic PPD style. Not sure if that's what Screen has in mind exactly, but it does kind of fit his playstyle of how he ran that position 4 Night Stalker in the last match. Brood will be played by Big Num, headed to the off lane here. And a lot of tools to deal with this Brood all of a sudden. You've got double detection on Zeus and Spirit Breaker, but also the global presence like you talked about. Gives you so much ability to just control the Brood from afar. Rest of the Radiant side, Moscow5 will have Slander on the Vengeful Spirit, Decadence again on the Juggernaut, so sticking to what he knows and is comfortable with. Sniper played by Ava, something like that. I don't know if that's probably terrible pronunciation, but that's about as good as I can do, folks. I've got an American tongue. Dire side. What do we have?
Oh yeah, Dire side. That's Radiant. Dire side, though, we got the Power Rangers. They're favorites coming in. They've already got the 1-game advantage, and with the win here, they would close the series out. And already scouting out the top room, we got J4 in your support line, side by side with Mr. Ditya Ra. Very nice Ursa performance, and J4 is going to be your first blood, potentially. 2-man stun, there it is. A punch to the face from Screen is going to secure it. Anyways, to round out the rest of PR after that unfortunate start for him, we got Cheshire Cat, who is going to be playing your Chen. Typically, they're off-lane kind of player, but also swings as support if needed. Mid lane, it's Zeus from the 3 exclamation points. I believe this is Pikachu, their stand-in player today. And finally, that leaves Sonico in their off-lane setup for the Spirit Breaker.
So I knew it was somebody that can play Chen, and apparently it's Cheshire Cat. So now Power Rangers forced to move out of their comfort zone at least a little bit, with Sonico, who was support last game on the AA, now playing an off-lane role. I think J4, yeah, he'll still be supporting, but does change things up a little bit. I guess Sonico and Cheshire Cat basically swapping roles for this match. Wonder how comfortable Sonico is going to be on the Spirit Breaker. Very different kind of a play style than an Ancient Apparition who sits back and lobs those snowballs.
Yeah. Well, it's good to show a little bit of flexibility amongst your team, though, but I think Big Num shouldn't have too hard of a time here. Yeah, he'll be zoned back, and J4 happy that Lion got that bit of a damage boost as of recent, but it's only a 2-on-1 for now because you have this Shen who needs to jungle up. So as long as he just kind of withstands for now, uses the regen, which he has plenty of to work with, gets to that level 3 point, then things don't become so easy, and Lion could be the one who's looking to run away.
Yeah, absolutely. How many sentries do we have down? Just 1 right in the middle of the fray here. Lion doesn't have any more with him. Troll does have 1 more with him as well. Now, Big Num, he does have a sentry ward sitting in the inventory, and it's a little song and dance here to get it down. You got to make sure when you put your sentry down, you can actually kill the opponents, but that's a charge mid lane.
Yeah, they ping it out. They know it's coming, and he runs away like, I don't like that. So Spirit Breaker, knowing this, will cancel, and he might get cut off here. Now he's in a bit of a pickle, but it looks like he might have the way out, but they're going to try to slow him down with Shrapnel. Can they get close enough, though, for the stun? Oh, he's like, see you later. Nope, not happening. He's able to charge up to the high ground to get away, but yeah, the range was like right there.
Alright, Spirit Breaker lives. The elusive Space Cow not finding a kill quite yet. Moving out of the lane a little earlier than usual, especially from that angle. You usually can assume there's going to be some kind of a ward in that general area going from bottom to mid. I think if they really wanted to do that, trying to charge from some sort of vantage point, either deeper in the Radiant jungle, so it's more fogged, they might have been able to actually find a kill there. But showing us the power of the Spirit Breaker against the Sniper, an easy hero to kind of pick on.
Alright, so now your Brood just hits her peak at level 3, the early peak, I guess, one of the many peaks for a Brood. But they are going to trade sentries as they deny hers. She still has a full side shot pocket to hide in to get the free XP, but now she's able to kind of move forward and sneak in a few last hits with her nuke. And now she has Spiralings to work with. This could help her get the Soul Ring, and then that just doesn't seem to stop at that point. I'm pretty nervous, though. This Broodmother could be a problem.
it's going to go one of two ways. Either Brood is going to have a lot of space in this lane, create a lot of space, and just be hard to deal with, or they'll rotate Ganker a few times, and she'll kind of become a liability in terms of her lack of survivability and how easy it is for these PR bruisers to just punish her. That's really what it comes down to. We'll see a smoke rotation from the Chen and Lion. Looks like he's got a Centaur and a Hellbear Smasher with him. I'm going to do the old wraparound, prioritizing this Sniper quite a bit. They get the Courier, or do they? Yeah, they do. That last auto attack. Now Sniper nowhere to go, isolated in the trees. Initiated on by Zeus, stunned up by Lion, and he'll go down. Now Slander, TP's
disaster.
in. That's not where you want to TP to. There's a Centaur ready and waiting, good sir. He's already stomped him with his hooves. Now they'll press forward, charge from the back line, going into Slander. How far does the Space Cow want to go? Gets scattered out by the tree, they ping it out, and yeah, Seneko not going to dive the base for just a support bench. Still a great trade for PR, though. They get on the board, and they take down the Sniper.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. This mid lane not going so well. Sniper has to go down again. They might need to make sure Tree is closer on hand just in case something like that breaks out. But hey, there's your first real gank coming out from your Chen. It proves to be a big success as they get a nice twofer there. Taking out both the Courier and Sniper is just a huge, huge early bonus for them. So this is more pressure. Moscow5 want to make sure this Brood really does become a problem and create space up there so they can stall out a bit to recover from what they've already lost.
Yeah, of course, killing the Courier is always a good thing. This game not going to be as crippling as it may have been otherwise. Sniper not really going to bottle Crow, so I think he'll be okay without the Courier. His teammates, on the other hand, maybe not so much. Now J4 initiated on, hit by the Leech Seed. He's on the run, but Shrapnel will rain down to find the kill. And it will be Sniper that gets credit for this one.
Oh ho ha ha. Oh ha ha. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Gets zapped right there. Will be saved, though, from the living armor. Sniper is just such a bastard.
Yeah, he really is. Whoa, Seneko down bottom. Will he get dove? No, Decadent's not diving for now, but he does have, yeah, face boots. He actually could have dove that, I think, if he really wanted to. Healing ward up. Snako still getting a lot of space in lane. For Spirit Breaker, kind of like the Clockwork, just wants to find that level 6 in a timely manner. And with all these creeps moved into the tower, with it just him versus the Jug, he will be able to find level 6 at a pretty good mark. Charging the
Big
Brood.
Yeah, he's in trouble. He's like, this is a nice spot. They'll never find me here between two towers. Wait, what the hell's going on? Oh, God.
Wait, where is everybody? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Jesus.
My babies, save yourselves.
Save yourselves. There's a dust. Easy kill on the Brood Mama. Power Rangers starting to clown all over the map here. 6 minutes in, 2-2. But they found 2 good kills on these cores.
This is where Spirit Breaker is just going to start having Brood's number. Now that happens, Brood's like, okay, we can't do that anymore. We can't just, we have to make sure we have our eyes on the map. We have to make sure that whenever the Spirit Breaker is on the map, we can identify where he's going, if he disappears. But that's playing a game a bit more cautious than you like on your Brood. This is when you're supposed to be in full control, and when you're just out of control a little bit, then you're not in a good position. But now recovers back to the mid lane. Maybe has eyes for Lion, but there's going to be the sentry. He gets hexed up. Oh, goes down again.
Oh.
Well, I was nervous for Brood.
You know, that
now I'm
sentry...
nervous for Brood.
Yeah, that sentry was like 2 seconds from expiring when he died. Maybe he was there because he thought, okay, there's a sentry ward here. It's been X amount of time. It should be down by now. I'm safe. And maybe just misjudged the timing. That may also just be reading too far into it, and he just misstepped at the wrong time. But they would not have found that kill if that happened maybe 5 seconds later and the sentry ward was not available.
The aggression just doesn't stop either here for Power Rangers. This is their time to just really unload. And here comes Chen. Hey, that ward. Hey, cool Courier is back.
Hey, it's a bird on a boat. Ava charged up by Seneko. There's a magic missile that'll stop him dead in his tracks, but at what cost? They turn on to Slander. He's stuck inside of a net. The hooves stomp him down, and the Venge falls. Cheshire Cat also goes down, takes a lot of tower shots. A 1-for-1 support for support. Decadence thinking about an Omni Slash. He's more than thinking about it. Gets the kill on Zeus as now Seneko goes charging away. It'll be a 1-for-2 the other way. Moscow5 finally take a good fight as they defend their mid lane and keep their Courier alive.
Creep creeps. Yeah, Sniper is just gonna, he's poaching right now.
Yeah.
Give me these, give me this extra bits of gold. Yeah, nice. The first time that this has gone in favor. Moscow5, Chen does come back and quickly tries to take them back and away. That's a nice little buff I've never even thought about for Chen. I know you can bring the creeps towards you, but that's nice to know that when you die and your creeps are stuck out there, you can still save them like that. So good thing for Chen. Maybe they should have considered waiting till Chen was level 6 and had the Hand of God for engagements like that, but unfortunately it does blow up in their face.
Now Sneko down bottom, initiated on. Almost looked like he was in a sticky situation, but then he just charges away, and the Spirit Breaker rinses and repeats. That's what makes him such a potent offlaner. Hard to lock down, very elusive. And 101 picks up another set of dust. Looks like they may be going brood hunting again in the near future. Brood's net worth, not so hot. Actually, the lowest of all the cores in this game, about on the support level. Right around where that tree is sitting. No, definitely not good news for M5 on that front. Glancing at the gold graph, it's only 1,000 gold and experience edge, but we're also only 9 minutes into this game.
This is where we're hoping the supports can get together, get their level 6s, and really unleash their ults. You see the same for bottom. Moscow5 tree trying to get there. Slander would also love to get more levels. Just trying to get level 4 at 9 minutes in is a bit of a slow start for your Vengeful Spirit. So they're desperate to kind of make something happen here, but there goes the Fury. They have vision on top. It's going to be the Spider again. This is the same death trap she was stuck in before, and it looks like she'll be put down again. The Spider will be squished.
Wah, wah, wah. Big Num just not having the presence that you want out of a Brood. We're now 10 minutes in. He's already died 3 times. Only level 6, not particularly scary. This is when Brood becomes that liability. And when you can't sit comfortably in a lane and continually pressure it, what are you doing? What's your presence at that point? I don't know. Ooh, down bottom, Decadence, Omni Slash almost finds the kill on J4, and Venge will just snipe it out with her Wave of Terror. A cute little pick in the bottom lane. They get the Lion, then they'll trade towers, both teams taking out their respective Tier 1 off-lane towers.
Solid trade for there. And Mr. Pikachu, or the exclamation point 1 here in the mid lane, has been parking himself here for quite a while. Has already offered a bit globally, but he's happy to kind of boost up the early XP, and now he's going to benefit from a nice little sweet Invis rune. Overall, lots of pressure on this top lane still from PR. There it goes. Spider comes back. Spider gets charged. And there's going to be the first hit. They get immediate rotation from the Vengeful Spirit. Can they get in range for the stun? They can. Connects. They got to get something out of this one. Oh, Nether Strike just instantly takes down Vengeful Spirit. Tree is going to be the follow-up. This is a disaster right now for Moscow5 and the global ult. Oh my god, what was supposed to be a turnaround counter fight turns into a triple kill.
Zeus gets a kill on Sniper, then the Zeus ult sets up a finger for J4 in the bottom lane. It's a 5-man wipe across the map, Dakota. You can't even count on that. What? This entire game just erupted into a fury of Power Rangers.
The whole team's like, okay, everyone, let's get kills now. And they just, like, bottom lane executed, mid lane executed, and we saw top lane execute as well. That was just...
That was one of those value Zeus ults where Zeus is like, all right, I think I can solo kill the Sniper. Great. And then he pops the ult then down in this lane. They're like, oh, the Brood's all left alone. She might go down. Let's dust her. Okay, let's commit to that. And then Lion goes, oh, wow, that ult did a lot of damage. I think I might be able to kill him if I just throw out a finger stun. And then all of a sudden, it's a 5-man wipe across 3 different lanes. Oh, I don't know if it's lucky or good or some combination of both, but the end of the story is that Power Rangers make out like bandits. They'll pressure the Tier 1 tower hard in the mid lane, they force out the glyph, keep it out of deny range, and they just go right back to farm, and that's a solid 4,000 gold, 6,000 experience lead for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I mean, I don't think you say that very often in Dota in general. A 5-man takedown across all 3 maps consecutively. Actually, it almost was like boom, bang, boom, and it was 5-man wipe. I don't think there's been many games, if any games
I've never
at all,
seen that.
I've never seen that before. That's like the eclipse of Dota right there. The Haley's Comet.
It's like a global eclipse. Like Luna just hits R and the entire team dies. That's sort of what that felt like. I'm not gonna lie. This Spirit Breaker, though, has been so instrumental in shutting down the Brood, especially when you're in opposite lanes. He's in the bottom, she's in the top. He can charge across the map, and normally you'd think, well, that's a lot of time that he's wasting out of lane just running around, but that's more time that Brood is revealed, giving you that true sight right around her area. So Seems like a pretty good counter pick to me, and it worked well for what PR wanted to do with their lineup. Big Num's now rotated to the bottom lane, and they're thinking about having it go. Zeus has an ultimate if they want some way to reveal her and then just charge from afar. Though, oh, they got a little bit of vision. There's the charge forward. They're probably going to kill the Brood. We're going to check in on the mid lane here as Zeus getting converged on. Decadence on his way in. Doesn't even need to use the Omni Slash for this. They will find the kill, but he gets the sniper first. Oh, Zeus living in Value Town. He gets credit for the kill as well as gets the experience, and then they do finally finish off the Broodmother down bottom. 2 for 1 around the map, and meanwhile, Trolls just split pushing, gets a free tier 2 tower in the top lane.
Yeah, it's still just Power Rangers getting the most out of it. I mean, after the ult went down, they suspected a lot of them were missing. Once they see them all show up from the smoke gank in the mid lane, they execute elsewhere. They take out the Brood bottom, they get a tower top lane. Now mid lane action back onto them, they get the stun. Swap back save as Vengeful does reach her, finally reaches her level 6. Now Scrent trying to get away, gets punched in the back, chop, chop, chop. The tree goes down, Timber, and now they want more blood. Vengeful Spirit trying to get away with no more mana. It's just an army of creeps right on her heels, and there's going to be the stun and the inevitable demise. Sniper, plants himself, realizes he might be in trouble, and has to step away. So destruction continues here from Power Rangers as they advance forward 14-6, and will also take a tier 1 in the mid lane.
Yes, indeed they will. Another great team fight for the Power Rangers, and getting more and more map control. Only 2 tier 2 towers standing for Moscow5 outside of their base, and look at this. With Venge still dead, they move right into the Roche pit. They don't have minus armor, but, well, they don't really need it. They'll just do it the old-fashioned way, just pound down the big boy, and Roshan going to hand over that Aegis.
Just beat the hell out of him right now and take that thing. That uncontested, no problem. They have the Hill Troll Priest here to watch his bodyguard and to heal him. There is just no denying Power Rangers, especially this Hill Troll Priest, the MVP right here.
Yeah,
right
this
there.
troll is...
That's just ridiculous. He's going to be doing stacks, just so OP.
Yeah.
Helm of the Dominator has been buffed. He has 950 swole life points.
Yep. Oh, is that a smoke in the jungle? It is! Cheshire Cat, but he reveals it. Looking at Dire Vision, he sees Screen, he sees Decadence, and... Oh, it's a failed smoke gank, and while that's happening, Sniper gets picked off again by the Zeus line duo. Gets hit by a finger, hit by the Wrath of the Thunder God. Now Slander, stun right out onto the Exclamation Man. Old Pikachu indeed. Slander swaps onto Seneko for the greater good to stop Decadence from getting charged. And he'll be successful on that front. Zeus is hasted up. Not going to commit for any kind of kills. M5 still just getting picked apart, and all these other ganks aside, I just don't know how they deal with Troll in these team fights. They've given Ditya Ross so much space this game. And for 15 minutes, Sanjin Yasha, HOD, Phase Boots, and Aquila with an Aegis to boot. My oh my, that is a buffed up Troll.
You're dealing with a Troll as a 4 as well, like 4 people. I mean, you're not having Brood in these fights, obviously. She's trying to recover still and draw focus elsewhere. She pops out from the trees once more, but anytime she shows herself in the light, she has to be careful and make sure Zeus doesn't have global, and then they immediately charge thereafter. That is such a good pairing just to take care of Brood. Global ult, that gives you the vision to see her, you charge her on home, and then you just rotate that you need and take her out. It's just disgusting. Yeah. Something I'm going to consider when I play Brood in my next pup.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and this is one of the reasons why you see a lot of teams wait to grab Brood 4th, 5th pick, so it limits the amount of counter picking. This was a 4th pick Brood when the other team still had 2 picks available. And what did PR grab? Spirit Breaker and Zeus right away. Oh, pardon me. They knew what they needed to shut him down, and they've been successful thus far. Brood did go back for a Recovery Midas. I think the right idea from Big Num. Anything else wouldn't have really had much of an impact, and at least this is a tool that gives him some chance of getting back into this game if for some reason it goes on for a while and PR do not seal the deal.
Uh-oh. It's good against Chen as well to remove the creep, but Sniper might be in trouble here. Yeah, he is in trouble. And Zeus is going to see him, but there's the blink coming out from J4. Yep. See you later, little man. They don't even need to expend a whole lot. Yeah.
Yeah, they've got 2.
Nice quick grab.
Yeah, no ults used, just some regular spells. Easy pickings. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Omni Slash onto Seneko. They get a kill. What? Where was the tree? I'm watching up top. Decadence and Slander. They'll finally get this kill onto Seneko. Tree was in base. Okay, well that's Zeus ult. Making kills happen all over the place. It's a 1 for 2 around the map if you count all those skirmishes together. Another good little trade for PR.
Just at this point, they are showing that the net worth continues to go down in their favor dramatically. And it's going to be a lead that they really are not looking to let go of. Brood continues to just slowly climb up towards this tier 2 tower. Any chance she gets just sneaks out, maybe a little CS here and there, a Midas if possible. Scraps, hoping that maybe crumbs fall off the tabletop and that she can take advantage of it. But it's a slow process here in hopes that maybe Power Rangers have their hands full elsewhere. But at this point, Moscow5, the other 4, they don't have enough to hold their own. They need a 5-man group, but they just don't have it.
They certainly don't. Juggernaut's still farming pretty effectively. What's Decadence doing item-wise? Looks like S and Y is where he'll be. Picks that up after his phase boots. Aquila actually opts to skip the Mask of Madness this go-around. Rather interesting. That's been regarded as the core item on Jug, pretty much regardless of what you want to do. You want to sit back and farm? Great, get the Mask of Madness. You want early rush? Mask of Madness. Or early Roche, rather. Uh-oh, Slander takes a finger in the jungle. Zeus zaps him down. A quick pick on the Venge. But even if you just want to fight and be a carry, the Mask of Madness is amazing. Synergizes with the Omni Slash. I'm trying to think of reasons why Decadence wouldn't want it here. I guess just afraid of the return damage from all the lightning from Zeus, the finger. Just not ready to deal with that double-edged sword of the damage increase.
Yeah, I guess just favoring the extra life at this point. There's just a lot of burst across the map, and you don't want to be put out of your element too quick, I suppose. But whatever it may be, he's found his way at least towards the Sage and Yasha for now, and it looks like he's going to go down there. The Maelstrom next. He has gloves already in the stash, unless it's the latest catch-up Midas, but it looks like for now Power Rangers going to move on the bottom here. This was the lane that Brood was hoping to have pushed all the way in, and it's already back the other way. And she's trying to cut him off maybe from behind right now, but all it simply took was the one global plus a charge. She TP's out, and they take control of the lane right back. So it just goes to show that all the Rook that Brood had been doing up to this point is pretty much null and void.
Yeah. At the top tier 1, M5 did take out that tower, but PR moves right into the tier 2 down bottom. They will come back for defense on their tier 2 in the top lane. Decadence being charged, no way to interrupt it, and now Space Cow going to get left behind. Still another good trade from the Power Rangers. That takes the total tower count now 2 for M5 to the 5 of Power Rangers, holding on to a big lead just from tower gold alone. They see the Brood in the bottom lane. They will start to converge. They see the little spider babies. Zeus starts zapping them around. There's the charge once they get vision. The lightning from above, and Big Num will get blasted down by the lantern as they try to clear up these little spider babies. And that's a lot of money going to the Dire. Brood, Brood, Brood.
It is a hard life if you are a spider this game. This PR are the Orchid Man. I don't know how else to put it. The Exterminators. Anything she wanted to make a home out of in this map has been absolutely taken away from her. Whether it was top, then it was bottom. There's just no home for her here, and you really have to dig deep at this point to try to find your way into this game because you have a tough challenge ahead of you, and nothing's even going to be given free. They deny the mid lane tier 1, you know, so it's just it's rough right now. They're even scavenging right now through Power Rangers jungle. Maybe they're putting down a really aggressive ward. Maybe just hoping for that early pick that could start the rubber band snap back their way, but that is going to be a tall order.
That's going to be the way to do it at this point. 14,000 golden experience behind at 21 minutes. You got to do something a little crazy, a little off the wall. Go for some wards in places they wouldn't expect. Try and catch them off guard. Any kind of pick that M5 can get right now will be a way to slowly claw back into this game, but it will not be easy by any stretch of the imagination. Dityara clearing out a nice big fatty ancient stack here, and that will put him into Scotty territory if he doesn't want to save
Credit
for buyback.
to the troll once more. The MVP of this game right here.
This little guy.
Just constantly putting in the work. You
little
gotta
whippersnapper.
give credit where it's due. The people behind the show, behind the curtains, the tech crew.
That is the Troll Warlord and the Troll Warlord's ugly cousin that was not cut out to be a warlord. And he
Can I come to the battle?
Preschool.
Can I come? Yeah, it's father-son workday, I suppose, and Troll brings his little guy along.
Decadence pushing that tier 2 up top, but Big Num getting charged in his base. Seneko has no fears right now. They queue up the Zeus ult. Living Armor actually keeps Big Num alive. Can they get the turn on Seneko? They can. To swap back into the tower. They punish the Spirit Breaker, and they get that tier 2 tower in the top lane, though they also lose their tier 2 in the mid. So nice play, though, from M5. Living Armor saving lives, literally, as the bug lives.
I mean, just to give you an idea of the potential fireback that can happen, that's 1,200 gold swing just for that one takedown, but they could lose Decadence here. He is tussling with a much bigger, tougher fighter, and he is not sure where he has to go. And there's going to be the bash. J4 just mockingly will not even stun yet, but there's going to be the stun, and it's just easy cleanup right there. So as they're finally gifted something in the form of a Spirit Breaker takedown, they lose their jug here in the top lane.
Yeah, he had the Blade Fury TP against Troll. Obvious why he was hesitant. That bash will cut right through it. But it's a 10% chance. I feel like in that situation, if you don't try to TP, you're definitely dead. And if you do try to TP, it's in the hands of RNGesus, where you may or may not make it out pending that 10% bash. You might as well roll the dice. At least it gives you a chance at maybe surviving. But we'll hold that thought, Dakota. Whoa, Impale Finger on the Ven. She implodes all over herself, but now the sniper getting charged from afar. Ava, is he going to get hit before he TPs out? Ooh, just barely, but the Lion's there with the Hex. Then in comes Seneko. Living Armor not going to save you from this onslaught as the sniper gets blasted down. And Power Rangers just further their lead. Was that a gem exchange as well?
Yep, they see it. They grab it, they smoke up, and it just doesn't stop. Their prize jewel, which was, I imagine, just bought recently to try to, like, maybe we could take map control back, fellas. Just maybe. They get caught and killed, and the gem is now belong to PR. The base now belongs to PR. At least that's what they're planning on right now.
Yeah, that gem was bought very, very soon. It'll refresh in about 8.5 minutes. So
yeah, they bought it, and they're like, I can't wait to use this gem. And then they just get killed and take the gem away. And that now, moving on forward. Last defense here for Moscow5. There's a big stun. J4 with the mini Ravage. Nice connection. They quickly drop down 3. Sniper finally back from the dead. But their tier 3 is about to go down.
Watch out! This tier 2 tower! It's taking a lot of damage in the bottom! Oh, wait. That's the wrong team to be hyping up. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, it's PR in the mid. They get the tier 3. Oh, it's going to be a Elena Barracks, Dakota. It's a bloodbath as the Power Rangers continue to clown all over Moscow5. 26-8 and only 25 minutes of gameplay. They are in good shape, and now this Brood, oh, she'll be punished for her greed. She gets the tower, but Seneko cruising on in. Cheshire Cat nearby, she'll get dusted and beat by the Lantern again.
Now, this is probably expected from a lot of people. PR coming into this matchup, pretty heavy favorites, as we also expect in the previous series from Hellraisers. But also, you know, Moscow5, I would imagine it was a pretty late notice that they were being subbed into the summit. They probably didn't get... I'm just going to give them the benefit. I'm playing Dalva's advocate. Maybe they didn't have enough prep time to really get focused and scrim, you know, knowing they'd have this kind of opportunity. But it's very apparent that in these two games, they have been outclassed. PR look like a much stronger team. They've put together some good drafts, and, well, they're benefiting from it right now. You know, maybe people question... Oh, big slash. Nice.
You crazy cow. That was very ambitious. That's for sure. So, all right, hands a freebie over to Decadence. That's nice. He's now picked up a Maelstrom to go with his S and Y. But Chen, he went Blink, and now he's got a Dagon. So Cheshire Cat ready to blink in, bring his Centaur army with him, and then hit him with a laser. They've got a lot of lasers this game. You got a Finger, Dagon, Lightning. It's all about the burst damage.
It's a lot of burst damage that M5 don't have enough defense to recover from. I mean, they're pretty squishy as it is. I mean, they have living armor, but that's not going to stop this much of a burst. But we'll see, man. They take a hard hit to the mid lane, losing their racks. They find a scrappy of a kill right there between your Spirit Breaker, but the onslaught just doesn't stop. Where you're taking down a Spirit Breaker, you still got this troll down here frickin' chopping away at your tier 3. Yeah. What are you going to do about it? Not a whole lot. Maybe a swap back, isolation kind of a play. Finger to the face of Sniper. Brings him down to half life, but he's fine. That is just like that came out of nowhere. Like, whoa, did you just shove me back?
Up top, Decadence and Seneko going blow for blow. Living Armor helping him out. A lot of bashes from Seneko. Can he find this solo kill? Jug's just going to try to run away. There's your Charge of Darkness, and I think Jug is destined to the grave. Yep, down he goes. GG is called as they lose their Jug. Decadence goes, wait, I had a buyback, dude. Big Gnome just leaves. I love it.
Well played. PR, man, they look really strong. Moscow5, they come into the Summit 3 pretty late, you know, to replace Team Tinker. They tried their best. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out this. It becomes a quick 2-0 series right there. So props to Moscow5 for stepping up and filling in. PR, though, are the team that are going to be moving on to the next round.
Yes, sir. Power Rangers well deserved over Moscow 5. Like you said, it was a last-minute change. Originally supposed to be part of, it was supposed to be Tinker in this slot, and there's been a rotation. So Moscow 5 came like the last second. I think it was confirmed like halfway through our first series today that Moscow 5 would be doing the old switcheroo. So certainly glad they were able to come out, give us some fun games to cast. But this is where their life in the European pre-qualifier for the Summit 3 ends. A fun game though, and unfortunately for Brood, well, he's learned about a few new counters that completely shut her down. No question about it.
Yeah, we're really well executed there at the end of the draft. Something that I would even consider when I have my hands full with the Brood. I've never seen a Brood really shut down so hard. And it was just a nice throw together from PR. Nothing else to say about it. I guess that wraps things up. That was just day number 1 of the pre-qualifier of European action here for the Summit 3. This is just a taste of what's to come. I'm excited.
Yes, sir. So that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with plenty more Dota 2 action for the pre-qualifier here for Europe. It'll be the second half of the opening round. We'll have Virtus Pro Classic versus Meepon. And then after that, will be NIP versus the Vega Squadron. Same setup, same time, probably on BTS 1 unless SEA runs late again. And we look forward to all y'all joining us for that coverage. But that's it for today. Take care, folks. We'll see you tomorrow.